glacier couldn't be done with the new technology. I had to revert back to our original system of drilling down as far as we could go and taking ice cores. In 10 days, the Australian station was shut down for winter, and I still didn't have the core samples I needed to prove my theory. The drill jerked. A shrill screech emitted from the engine. My heart launched up my throat. No, 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 no. The tripod holding the drill in position shuddered. The squeal of an engine under duress got louder. Shit! I squeezed my temples, praying the drill would kick into gear again. The squealing pitch grew higher. The drill didn't lower the next inch. Jesus, it's stuck again! I threw my hands out in frustration. Son of a bitch! Aaron kicked the tower. Aaron, please don't kick things you can't afford. Ah, shut up, Billy. He kicked it again. Aaron, that's not helpful. Neither are your stupid comments. His fierce gaze could carve the ice beneath our feet. I bit my tongue. Working with Aaron was more difficult than the padded clothing needed to survive the freezing conditions. The man was a Neanderthal. Time and time again, I questioned why he volunteered to team with me. He could have chosen Tamika, or April, or Beth. My roommates were all beautiful and much more fun than I am. While I spent every night peering into the microscope, hoping to find something that would put my years of research into perspective, those three were playing pool, or ping-pong, or showing off their sexy asses on the rock climbing wall. The drill screams got so loud it could shatter the glacier. Fucking hell! Aaron slammed his fist on the big red stop button. The ensuing silence was deafening. He threw a giant wrench, and it crashed into one of the pelican cases lined up on the ice, skidding it 10 feet along the smooth surface. He was just lucky it didn't keep going and tumble right off the edge of the glacier and into the Southern Ocean. Why does the drill keep doing that? This was the third attempt we'd made to drill in a 4-foot squared area. There's something down there, I'm telling you. He kicked a chunk of ice. But my research shows... Well, it's fucking wrong. He clenched his fists, and fear shot up my back at the fury unhinging his expression. It's not wrong. I've been scanning this area for 9 weeks, and I'm telling you, it's pure ice below us. Then what the fuck's carving up my drill? He hit reverse on the engine, and the rope hauled the drill back to the surface. I wanted to scream. It had taken me over 2 years to get approval to complete my research in Antarctica. It wasn't until Australia's eastern seaboard had some major weather pattern deviations that were well out of the scope of normal that anyone took notice of my theories. Finally, people were demanding answers. Although my bastard boss had shackled my research every step of the way, I was certain I could provide those answers. Trouble was, my work was a double-edged sword. If my theory was wrong, then I was going to be the laughing stock of my peers, and out of a job that I loved. If I was right, then planet Earth was heading for a disaster on a global scale that hadn't been seen for 12,000 years, and if that was the case, we were all in trouble. And I was pretty sure I was right. I just needed proof. Which was why I was at a desolate site on a million-year-old glacier watching a drill once again be pulled from the ice after failing to reach more than 320 feet below the surface. It wasn't just my boss who was cynical about my research. After all, how could something that hadn't changed in hundreds of thousands of years change now? They were wrong. 50,000 years ago, nearly the entire planet was blanketed with a layer of ash from a massive volcanic eruption in Greenland. Thanks to ice core drilling, scientists had proved that 1 to 2 inches of ash from that volcano even reached the South Pole. That was a lot of ash, and it had come a very long way. Aaron kicked the tripod strut again. Hey, what's your problem? I scowled at him. What's your problem? He barked right back at me. It was so typical of him to answer my question with a question of his own. It was his way of avoiding a genuine response. If I could do this research on my own, I would. However, even if I had a license for the caterpillar-like Haglund snow vehicle that was required to bring my accommodation and equipment to this remote location,